Welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 2 of the 2018 Silverado rebuild. We got a lot of stuff going on here. We got new belt, which we desperately needed because it's not charging. New tensioner in here, and then new thermostat housing right there. We got some shrink wrap because we got wires all sorts of destroyed over here. Had a subscriber reach out, huge thank you to him. Got us this radiator and all that stuff, as well as new supports and a bunch of little odds and ends and some wiring and stuff around. So that's awesome. Definitely going to help us out here. And first things first, this truck does not go into any gear, doesn't go reverse drive, anything. At least it doesn't feel like it. Could be something low voltage. I don't think, we thought maybe it was something in the wiring here, but I don't think that's the case. This looks like it's all for headlights, fans, all the stuff up in the front end here, not for anything mechanical really. And battery was real low, and obviously it was run without any belt on there, so the alternator wasn't charging. So we're thinking maybe low voltage is causing us an issue. We're gonna start there at least. So I'm gonna replace this tensioner and start there, put the belt on, and then we'll kind of play it by ear and throw the battery, which we have down on the charger, back in, see what happens. That's good. I'm gonna go grab the battery. I don't have a 1/2 inch up here to release the tension there, and go from there. Okay, so we got the new battery in, which, by the way, I'm usually a big GM fan. This battery is the location and how you get it out is the most ridiculous thing. One of the worst ones I've ever had. Shame on you, Chevy, for how stupid this design is. You have to take off the entire bar assembly that goes across here, plus the one down below that actually holds it in, plus one of the both terminals for positive and negative, plus another terminal up here. Flip that out of the way, and it's still too tight to get it out easily. So it's just the worst design I've ever seen, probably. But we're gonna start it up here. Cross our fingers that maybe it was a low voltage issue, and if not, well then, I don't know what we're gonna do. It might still be low on fluid. Actually, I did get it to move a little bit there by putting it into gear, but it feels like it's low on fluid, but I didn't think it was that low. Oh, it's pretty low. Okay, I think that's our problem. So this is our 4th quart, so this thing must be, because nothing's even showing on the dipstick when it's running, so this must be what our problem is. Which makes sense. It must have just run it all out. It runs out in a hurry. So once the lines get cut in an accident. She moves! So it moves. That means the trans is good, which I thought it would be, but you just never know. And you know, with these ones off Copart, especially one that's not from the insurance company, this is from a third party. And so we just need to get a little bit more trans fluid. Makes sense that it all went out, but we thought once we put 4 quarts in, that would be at least enough to you know, make it move, and it didn't the first time. So, or we put 3.5, I guess, in it. But that extra quart seems to make it work. Now, one of the issues is this steering shaft and everything, I have no steering at all. So we really wanted to get this down into the garage because, well, frankly, it's Pennsylvania and it's getting to be like, you know, winter. fall, whatever. And though it's been actually pretty mild recently, it's going to be cold soon. So that's what we gotta focus on, is getting this down into the garage. But I don't know how we're going to do that with no steering. So yeah, that's a problem. But we'll work on that here as we keep going. Okay. So my goal is, I do want to get this down to the house. I don't have much steering at all. And my goal is, I'm just going to back pretty much straight up and then try to turn it right into the driveway. Might not work. If it doesn't, I'm going to put it right back here. I can't believe that kind of worked. It's a workout, I can tell you that. It's like, even here, there's just a little turn I gotta use. I'm pushing on her pretty good. Oh, the steering column. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. The steering column is also all sorts of screwed up, which isn't helping things. Oh, it just does not turn to the right. It turns to the left, okay, but it does not turn to the right. Was about the craziest drive ever. You had to earn it. Use some real, manly muscle to get this thing in the garage here. But now I just kind of got to decide where to start here. I think I'm going to take this fender off. That way we can at least get in the driver's door, because it hits right now and I don't want to mess up. The driver's door is actually okay, so I don't want to mess that up. So I think I'm going to pull this fender off, and then we got a lot of wiring to do. So probably will get into that. Hood could come off, but I don't know. Yeah. Start with the fender. So I think this is as far as we're going to get for tonight here. We got a lot still to do. I don't even know where to start, but we gotta do a frame. So here is the worst part of the hit, probably. And then kinks up here. Little kink on this side. Engine was hit. A little bit right there. Broke off the tensioner, which we already know. I think it's hit up here too, a little bit, because it seems like it's making some noise like a pulley is rubbing. I think it's on that. Got all the lines cut off. Power steering doesn't work. Pretty much every body panel's hit. Pretty much.
I actually like these overlap crash bars, I think, better than the ones in the Ford, though. These can just be unbolted.
Yeah, well, technically the Ford ones can too, but not.
Really?
Yeah, but you have to pull lift the body up to do it.
Oh.
They bolt on. They're not welded on, but you can't get them out.
Okay.
So, well, I guess the Ford front ones you probably are all right. Okay. Is there ones back underneath? Is there ones back there? Okay, so that's a different. Ford has it front and back.
That's probably the 5-star versus the 4-star crash test rating.
Yeah, that's probably why. So, oh yeah, look at that. That zigzag there. So, all right, we got a new frame coming on Sunday. So the game plan is, I think, we were just talking about it. We're going to get the other frame, pull it into the other bay of the garage here, which is behind you guys, and take off the cab off this one, bed, all that stuff. Obviously, front end's already off. Leave the engine on, I guess. Yeah. And then pull suspension off, move the suspension over to the other frame. This one can basically just sit down on the ground, I guess. And then, yeah, and then roll the other frame over here, put the engine on, and go back together. I think that's our plan.
Smash that like button. All right. Yeah. All right.
You want it?
That's it, guys. That's it.
Yeah. Hit the like.
Yeah. If you like the show, yeah, subscribe. Yeah. Buy some merch.
Yeah. We don't have any merch, but you can buy it. I kind of have some merch. It's on Teespring.
There's a link right there.
It's down below. All right, with the front end ripped off, we're going to wrap up part 2 of this rebuild. We got a lot more coming. Obviously, the hard stuff's still got to do. So, thanks for watching. Have a good night.